On the 2nd of January, we decided to take a look around the district. We'd heard about Pukeiti as a great part of the area. It has quite a number of different walks and hikes and also has a cafe as well as an abundance of information about the area. Pukeiti is open every single day. It is open all day and has free entry to all. As usual, we set off nice and early, hoping to beat the crowds that were going to head out and who had the same idea as us. However, when we woke at 7:30, we discovered that in Hawera, where we live, it was overcast with a light drizzle. We decided we would head over anyway, as it's approximately an hour away, about 70 kilometres in a northwest direction and on the other side of Mount Taranaki. When we arrived at Pukeiti, it was still quite overcast and drizzly. Undeterred, we packed up our bags with camera gear and water. We were wearing shorts, good hiking boots, waterproof jackets, as well as 2 layers of clothing. We had learnt that it was always a good idea to take at least some kind of jacket, as there can be quick weather changes no matter where you are located. In our vehicle, we also had more water, a couple of towels, a spare set of footwear and some loose-fitting clothing for the return. We had also learnt from an earlier hike on Mount Taranaki that any walk over an hour requires a change of clothes, as you become very hot and sweaty, and any long ride home will soon start to feel uncomfortable. There is plenty of parking at Pukeiti, which is great. We were too early for the cafe, which was fine, as we decided to have something to eat afterwards. We set out and immediately noticed that this was an entire complex with lots to do. There was a small aquarium as well as a tree hut for children to play in and explore. As you can see, it's a large area. If you visit, you should plan to spend at least an hour looking around even before you go for a walk, especially on a sunny day, which this of course was not. We always walk together, with John carrying the camera equipment and recording footage. We normally do this for half the walk, as we've been walking to the destination, then covering the same track back, so no point in recording the same thing twice. This was more or less the plan on this day, but things did not go according to plan.
We set out with Barb ahead of me scouting the way. However, we ended up getting separated and I came to a fork in the road, which I had assumed we would be turning left to do a rainforest walk. Apparently I was incorrect. But before I realised this, we were both on separate paths. One thing to note is that these walks are surrounded by dense forest. Any sound is immediately soaked up, so yelling for someone is pointless. You will never hear each other. Little did I know that I was going to spend 2 hours in the bush on a hike that was moderate in difficulty, as well as getting pretty wet for most of it. We actually had intermittent phone service, so we did end up contacting each other from time to time. In the 2 hours I was on the walk, I only bumped into one other person, which happened to be at a fork in a road, so he gave me some advice on which route to take. Unfortunately, I did end up coming out on a road, but I was picked up, so that was great.